The majority of life on this planet has never seen the sun. Not a minority, not a fraction. The majority. And for the entirety of human existence, they have been walking above it. Everything humans thought they understood about life on this planet was based on a narrow layer of it. The rest was beneath them the entire time, and what is beneath them is alive. It has always been alive. They simply had not looked. Observation log. Inside Earth. I will share what I have found. 6 observations about what is happening inside this planet right now. 6 things that required me to rewrite everything. 6. Humans tend to define Earth as a surface, a thin layer of rock, water, and air where life happens. This is understandable. It is the only layer they experience. Everything humans have built, every city, every road, every grave, exists within the first few meters. Below that, the planet continues for 6,000 kilometers. Humans have explored the moon. They have sent machines to Mars. The deepest point they have reached on their own planet is 12 kilometers. 12. This is not exploration. It is contact. Humans have mapped the surface of Mars more thoroughly than they have mapped what exists beneath their own feet. And within that contact, they found something unexpected. Life, not remnants, not fossils, active systems. The deep biosphere spans a volume comparable to, or larger than, all oceans combined. It may contain the majority of microbial life on this planet. This planet does not have one biosphere. It has more than one. The one humans know is the smallest. The one they have never seen is the largest. And it has been operating since before the first cell appeared on the surface. I want to be precise about what this means. The deep biosphere did not emerge after surface life. In many respects, it appears to be older. 2 worlds, the same planet, neither one aware of the other. 5. Below the surface, time does not behave in the same way. On the surface, life is rapid. Consumption, movement, replication. Below, processes slow to extremes. Some organisms operate at metabolic rates millions of times slower than surface life. There are cells in deep rock that consumed their last energy source centuries ago. They remain active. Their cycles are not measured in hours or years, but in spans that exceed the entirety of recorded human history. A single generation, longer than every civilization humans have ever built. From their perspective, nothing unusual is occurring. This is just Tuesday. They are not waiting. They are not surviving in crisis. This is simply what life looks like from down there. Humans often associate life with movement, with visible change. Below, life exists without urgency, without ambition, without any apparent awareness that the surface exists at all. Survival at geological speed. 4. 2.8 kilometers beneath the surface, inside rock formations in South Africa, a system was identified. It should not function. A single species, no surrounding ecosystem, no external dependency. Its designation, Desulforudus audax viator. It exists in complete darkness, without oxygen, at temperatures near 60 degrees Celsius. Its energy source is not light, not organic matter, but radiation, the decay of uranium within the surrounding rock. It does not interact with other life. It does not require it. It has remained isolated for millions of years. It has never encountered the surface. It has never required it. Studies suggest it has remained in near-complete evolutionary stasis for over 175 million years. Not because it failed to evolve, because it had no reason to. It solved the problem and had no reason to change again. And it is doing perfectly fine. 3. There is water inside this planet. Not on the surface, not in visible reservoirs. Inside the mantle, within minerals such as ringwoodite, water exists in a bound state, locked into crystal structures under pressures that prevent escape. Estimates suggest that the total amount may equal or exceed all surface oceans combined, possibly multiple times over. Humans have mapped their oceans extensively, measured depths, named regions. But beneath those oceans, there is another system of water they cannot access. It does not flow. It does not form waves. It has never been touched. It has no surface. It simply exists inside the structure of the planet, entirely indifferent to what happens above it. When humans consider the origin of water on Earth, they often look outward to impacts, to external delivery. They may not be accounting for what was already present. Humans have named every ocean on the surface. This one has no name. It has never been asked for one. It has existed since the planet formed, entirely unbothered by the question. 2. In deep environments, life does not always organize around individuals. Microorganisms form systems, biofilms. Each unit performs a single function. One produces electrons, another consumes them. Neither survives independently. There is no central control, no hierarchy, no identity in the way humans define it. Each component exists only to complete its role, and in doing so, enables the continuation of the whole. Individual survival is not the objective. The individual, it does not matter. The system does. The system persists without awareness of itself. For extended periods of time, under conditions that would terminate surface life immediately. Humans define life through autonomy, through independence, through the individual as the unit of survival. Every major framework for understanding biology on this planet was built around that assumption. Below the surface, life operates without any of these assumptions, and it has outlasted nearly every surface species that ever existed. Scientists now estimate there may be 10 or more deep biospheres in this solar system alone, inside moons, beneath frozen surfaces, in places humans once classified as uninhabitable. The definition of habitable was written by surface life. About surface life, it may need to be rewritten. 1. Human models of life are constructed from what is visible, from what is accessible, from the surface. Every classification system, every census of species, every estimate of biomass on this planet was built on a narrow layer of what is actually here. The rest was not missing from the planet. It was missing from the framework, not because it is rare, because it was not observed. Humans search for life beyond their planet. They have pointed instruments at hundreds of thousands of stars. They ask, with considerable resources and genuine urgency, whether they are alone. Beneath their own feet, entire ecosystems evolved under entirely different constraints, different timescales, different energy sources, different definitions of survival. Desulforudus audaxviator has remained relatively unchanged for millions of years, not due to limitation, but because its environment did not require change. Humans often ask, are we alone in the universe? There is a prior question, one that is less frequently considered. Were you ever alone on your own planet? Scientists now believe there may be 10 deep biospheres in this solar system alone, which means the question was never, is there life out there? The question was always, how much of it have we already missed? And that question does not only apply to this planet.